Welcome to today's session. In this session, we will discuss the concepts of chi-square and contingency coefficient. Please watch the entire video carefully and take notes on the key points discussed. At the end of the presentation, you will be asked to answer a set of multiple choice questions, MCQs, based on the content covered. Let's first understand the concept of chi-square. The chi-square test is a widely used non-parametric statistical test that helps determine whether there is a significant association between two categorical variables. It is particularly useful in educational research, where researchers often work with qualitative data such as student performance levels, teaching methods, or demographic factors. Since it does not assume a normal distribution, the chi-square test is ideal for analyzing data measured on a nominal, categorical scale. A chi-square test, chi superscript 2, is a statistical test used to determine if there is a significant difference between observed frequencies and expected frequencies in categorical data. It was developed by Carl Pearson in 1900, often referred to as Pearson's chi-square test. Key features of the chi-square test. The chi-square test is a widely used non-parametric statistical test that determines whether there is a significant association between categorical variables. Below are its key features. 1. Non-parametric test. The chi-square test does not assume a normal distribution. It is ideal for analyzing nominal, categorical data rather than continuous variables. 2. Tests for association and goodness of fit. There are two main types of chi-square tests. Chi-square test for goodness of fit determines if an observed frequency distribution fits an expected distribution. Chi-square test for independence tests whether two categorical variables are related. 3. Works with categorical data. The test is used for nominal and ordinal data. It cannot be used for continuous variables like height, weight, or test scores. 4. Formula for calculation. The chi-square statistic is calculated using chi-square is equal to summation of O minus E ka whole square divided by E, where O is equal to observed frequency. E is equal to expected frequency. 5. Requires a contingency table. Data is organized in a contingency table, cross-tabulation, before calculating the chi-square statistic. Each cell in the table represents a combination of category values. 6. Degrees of freedom. DF. The test requires calculating degrees of freedom. DF is equal to R minus 1 multiplied by C minus 1, where R is equal to number of rows, excluding totals. C is equal to number of columns, excluding totals. 7. Assumptions of the chi-square test. Observations must be independent. The expected frequency in each category should be greater than or equal to 5 for accurate results. The sample should be randomly selected. Applications of chi-square test. 1. Curriculum and teaching method evaluation to analyze whether students' academic achievement is associated with the teaching strategies used. Example: does the flipped classroom model significantly improve student performance compared to traditional lectures? 2. Gender differences in learning preferences to check whether male and female students prefer different types of learning resources, example, books versus digital content. Example: is there an association between gender and preference for online learning? 3. Student performance and socioeconomic status, investigating whether academic success depends on the economic background of students. Example, is there an association between parental income level and students' dropout rates? Now let us understand. Contingency coefficient, C. While the chi-square test helps determine whether two categorical variables are related, it does not indicate the strength of the association. The contingency coefficient, C, is used to measure this strength. The contingency coefficient is a measure of association between two categorical variables in a contingency table. It is calculated as C is equal to under root of chi square divided by n plus chi square, where x superscript 2 is equal to chi-square statistic n is equal to total number of observations. Interpretation of contingency coefficient. The value of C ranges between 0 and 1. If C is closer to 0, it indicates a weak association. If C is closer to 1, it indicates a strong association. Unlike the chi-square value, the contingency coefficient is not dependent on the sample size, making it more useful in comparing different studies. Let us solve some important MCQs from the topic. 1. The chi-square test is primarily used to analyze A. Continuous data, B. Categorical data, C. Ordinal data only, D. Ratio data. Answer, B. Categorical data. 2. Which of the following is not an assumption of the chi-square test? A. The sample should be randomly selected. B. The expected frequency in each category should be at least 5. C. The variables must be normally distributed. D. Observations should be independent. Answer, C. The variables must be normally distributed. 3. What type of data is required for the chi-square test? A. Nominal and ordinal data. B. Continuous data only. C. Interval data only. D. Ratio data only. Answer, A. Nominal and ordinal data. 4. The degrees of freedom, DF, in a contingency table is calculated as A. R minus 1 multiplied by C minus 1. B. R multiplied by C R plus 1 multiplied by C plus 1. D. R minus C. Answer, A. R minus 1 multiplied by C minus 1. 5. A high chi-square value indicates A. A weak association between variables. B. A strong association between variables. C. That the variables are independent. D. A normally distributed dataset. Answer, B. A strong association between variables. 6. The contingency coefficient, C, is used to measure A. The direction of correlation, B. The strength of association between categorical variables, C. The difference between means, D. The variance of a dataset. Answer, B. The strength of association between categorical variables. 7. The contingency coefficient, C, value ranges from A. minus 1 to plus 1, B. 0 to 1, C. minus 2 plus, D. 0 to an upper limit less than 1. Answer, D. 0 to an upper limit less than 1. 8. The contingency coefficient, C, is most appropriate for A. Comparing means of two groups, B. Measuring the strength of association in large contingency tables, C. Finding the correlation between continuous variables, D. Testing for normality in data. Answer, B. Measuring the strength of association in large contingency tables. 9. Which of the following is a limitation of the contingency coefficient? C. A. It does not measure the strength of association. B. It cannot be used for nominal data. C. Its maximum value depends on the size of the contingency table. D. It can be negative. Answer. C. Its maximum value depends on the size of the contingency table. 10. Which of the following statements is true about the chi-square test? A. It requires normally distributed data. B. It is used only for small sample sizes. C. It cannot establish causation between variables. D. It is used for measuring correlation between continuous variables. Answer. C. It cannot establish causation between variables. Thank you, don't miss out. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education, for insightful content and valuable resources.